The Washington Building Congress is pleased to present the Craftsman Hall of Fame. This honor is in recognition of enduring commitment, exceptional skill, quality craftsmanship, and extraordinary dedication.
My name is Wilfredo Urquilla. I work for Clark Country for 30 years.
Well, I'm Jim Natali, and I made my living as a stonemason in the stonemason trade.
I grew up in El Salvador, and I was 17 years old and migrated to the United States in 1987.
I was born in Washington, D.C. I grew up in a little micro neighborhood over in Northwest. They called it Little Italy, and there was a bunch of stonemasons in the neighborhood.
Well, I turned 18 years old, and then I started in the construction industry working. As a laborer, started sweeping the floors, whatever labor does. A couple of years later, I got the opportunity to become a carpenter apprentice. I started from there, carpenter, and I'm still a carpenter.
I walked in off the street and got a job as a laborer at the Washington Cathedral. And before that, I had no idea what stonework was. Those guys, that's one-of-a-kind masonry. That very rare, stacking block on block, cubic pieces is rare. It's like laying giant brick. You gotta be quick. That was the thing that woke me up to say, wow. You know, I never took notice of anything built out of stone before. And I just said, these guys are cool, and what they're doing is cool, and I gotta do it.
Pretty much all my life working in construction, I wake up at 3:45 in the morning, or late at 4 o'clock in the morning, get up, get ready, get the coffee ready to go to work. And I always trying to be at least 1 hour early before we start to work. When you show up to the job, you notice 30 or more people waiting for you to tell them what to do.
I'd get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, drive down near Nationals Park, park my vehicle, get on a bicycle, and ride up to the Capitol building, park the bike, go to work. And then, you know, sometimes we work 10 hours or 12 hours, then get back on the bike, go back to the parking spot and go home.
You gotta love it. That's the first thing. Any human being has to like what he do to live. Because you get to the point you love your job, so that's a very important point, to force yourself to trying to do better. And I'm here with 54 years old, and I keep trying to be better.
The first job I worked on with Boatman and Mignani was at this hotel down on Capitol Hill, and I wasn't used to actually cutting marble with the saw. I was getting used to it, and John, the owner, came down one evening. It was late at night, we were working overtime, and he's watching me cut this stone. And I knew he was watching, and I tensed up a little bit. I almost cut through the table too. I could see he was watching, and he really didn't like what he was seeing, but you know, they gave me a chance. That's what it's all about, is having a chance. I found a home there. It becomes more than a job, more than a paycheck.
We coming from a very poor family, between brothers and sisters. So that's running on the block, working hard. Yeah, my father was working hard, my mother too. Being in construction, being a builder, it's a good career too. There is opportunity for everybody. I
would have never dreamed that I would have, you know, gotten as much satisfaction and fulfillment out of doing the work. I would have never believed when I started it would go to so many, you know, great places to work, you know, buildings and public spaces, just great places I've, you know, worked. It's deeper than just slapping up some building material. There's a philosophy behind it. It's about pride. It's about permanence. It's about, to me, it's all about preserving the trade.
My favorite part? Yeah. Like I told you before, I love my job. The favorite part in all this is it's like when you build a really nice job, and when you end it, you see the whole picture when you started.
The camaraderie and, you know, like the brotherhood means a lot. You got to work as a team. You got to be together. It's just like being on a sports team. You're on that team, you're going to carry your load. You're working together. Yeah, you know, that's the best thing ever.
I cannot be a foreman without my crew. There's a lot of people out there. They are the ones who need to be here, not me. Because they're the ones who do the work. I can't do it without my crew.
Well, working at the Capitol building, I consider it an honor. I do, you know, because it's going to be there a long time, hopefully. And you're working at the Capitol of the United States of America. How good is that?
And working in construction all the time, I dedicate my life to that, and I love it. And not just about building, you know? It's about farming, it's about growing, it's about career.
You got to buy in. It's more than a paycheck. You gotta have some pride. It's got to mean something to you personally.
Well, I love my career because I like what I do. And another thing is that my people who work for me, I always asking them if they love what they do. If you love what you do, you want to be there every day, all the time. Like your kid. You love your kid, you want to see them every day. If they good, they doing it good. That's the only thing. When you come to work on construction, there's a lot of branches in there you can pick. Pick what you like it. Then you're gonna fall in love with it.
It is with great pride that we present this year's inductees to the Craftsman Hall of Fame.